NuubCast.
Greetings, fellow news! What's up? It's Blomus. I love how my voice sounds after I'm sick because it's low. It's kind of low anyway, but when I'm sick, I can bring it down. And that's not even low. I can get low. When I wake up, it's like I'm like crawling up out of a tomb and I'm dead. Yeah, anyway, what's up, y'all? It's NuubCast, where we love to play and watch some newbie games. And here we have Nitro Burner X as the Red Zerg, his opponent, Shadow Crone. Oh, and I'm back on the WSAD keys because I'm playing Skyrim. Oh, man. I'm not even going to rant again on Skyrim because whatever, dude. I'm actually at the point where, like, I just want to finish the game. But I want to finish everything. So I haven't even played the main quest, like, hardly at all. And I just want to finish everything else, and the whole freaking game's going to take me like 5 months. Just kidding. It's actually not going to take that much longer because I'm freaking baller. I'm fast, and my character's like level 37 and really strong, so I like kill everything. So it's all good. Shadow Drone versus Nitro Burner X. Nitro Burner X. It just, the name, it just reminds me of like something out of like Speed Racer. Nitro Burner X. And there goes the fast hatch. Hatchery first at the fort, 15 food, 15 gas. And looks like we're gonna get, not a pool. No pool. No pool for you. As soon as there's money, though, will be a pool. Shadow Crone, on the other hand, forge fast, expanding. Interesting cannon placement. I would think you'd want the cannon more over here, or at least here, so that you can use your units to guard here, and then put like a gateway or something here. I don't know. So you want to, whenever you're doing forge fast expand, you want to think about your building placement. Don't just put them arbitrarily out here, because you have to think, especially against Zerg, you have to think, okay, can my cannon hit roaches? And the answer here is no. Cannon cannot hit roaches. If they're out here, you'll lose both these buildings before your cannon hits anything. So you want to make sure your cannon is close to your forge. And you have to also obviously be careful about the run-by. See, now this is also a weird placement. I probably would want to try and put it in there if it'll fit. Might not fit. So you got to think of something else. Maybe put it back here a little bit. You want to use your buildings strategically to keep your enemy from being able to do like run-bys. Nice, you killed that. But, you know, if he comes out here right now, if he makes 6 Zerglings, he's got a run-by, he can basically kill everything. Because your cannon, he could probably, I don't even know if Zerglings, he might even be stuck against Zerglings. Zerglings might be able to kill both of these buildings and be out of range of this cannon. I can't tell just by, and look, Zerg, being smart. Hey, we're at Tiga Shipyards again. Wow. I usually don't like to cast the same map 2 in a row. Just because for repetition's sake, I mean, I've had so many Shakura's Plateau games, so, and I actually haven't had that many in Tiga Shipyards, so the fact that I'm casting 2 in a row is actually funny, because I think it might be the only 2 Antigua Shipyard replays I have. So the fact that I'm casting them both back to back is interesting. What was I saying? Yeah, because, you know, anyway, a little bit about a few zealots out here. See, this is interesting too. Like, this is not a functional building placement. When you're doing Forge Fast Expand, everything counts. This is a good cannon placement. Probably want one here. Get your gas up, put a pylon in between your gases. So you want to be able to limit your opponent's access to your base. as Protoss. So you want to have your army here, likely, and then, you know, other buildings over here. I mean, it's fine to put them there. They're just not helping you. And you want to have pylon out here. I like that he is using this to patrol, but you could also throw down a pylon over here or something. What Shadowcrone is not doing, scouting his opponent, so he hasn't seen anything since the hatch, and he doesn't know about the third, which is already up and mining, so he is going to be behind. Moving out, wow, with several zealots here, and an automaton moving with the army. That was so funny. He actually looked like he was running out to fight with them. That's so cool. Now, this is not the best. There's no, I mean, it doesn't have spines up yet, so he's actually probably going to be able to do some damage here. Because there are no spines at all, but now he can just make some roaches quick. Doesn't need to have the spines. He's going to be able to make roaches to kill that. Because Shadowcrone left without making sentries, didn't bring any with him. And here come the roaches. Only 3 roaches. Remember, this is Gold League, FYI. And look at that. Nitro Burner made his lair on the natural, and he's going to lose his lair. There's literally nothing he can do about it at this point. He's got a bunch of roaches out, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to be out in time to kill these zealots. And down that goes. Is he going to counter? No, he's not going to counter. So the lair is gone. And, I mean, Shadowcrone could just go home right now. He doesn't have to stay. These other roaches are going to be out. He's going to lose these zealots. The smart thing to do for Shadowcrone would be to just go home right now. He did, like, huge amount of damage. He doesn't have to, he doesn't need to do any more damage with these zealots. He's just losing it. He's actually losing value by leaving these guys here. He's losing value on the damage that he did. You know, because obviously every unit you lose is lost. Derp. Lots of roaches now. And look at this, Shadowcrone taking a third. Now in your third base for Protoss, you want to have your army close at hand so that you can defend, and you want cannons. You know, cannons in all your bases, basically. If I'm Shadowcrone, I like this. I like dropping people at gates. But you know, now that Nitro Burner has down his lair, he's making another lair in his main. He needs to do something to counter and get some damage back. So here's the Twilight Council from Shadowcrone. Let's see what he's going to do. It looks like he's going to move out with all these roaches. The question is, where is he going to go? If he goes into the third, he's probably going to be very successful. If he tries to... He doesn't have the tech to drop in the main. These guys can't pick up anything yet. So I think the third is the logical place to go. Does he know about the third? Does he know about the third? No. So he's going to go right into the natural. This is actually not the best play. Now that probe moving out is should be an indicator for Nitro Burner. He may not have gotten it. He may not have seen that it was... I don't like those force fields. See, this is what I meant before with strategic building placement and army placement. He could take out this Nexus if he focused it down. But he didn't. He's going to run away. I don't know. I think he could have focused. Roaches are strong enough. He could have focused down that Nexus probably before he lost all his units. And those are the... So there's 5 gates for Shadowcrone. He's got his Robo out, getting an Ops. Chronaut probes over here at the third. And Nitro Burner kind of on the run. And it's kind of... He's ahead in food, but it's by far it's drones, I'm guessing. Well, no, it's not that bad. Only 10. Look at that. Alright, so he's got a pretty big lead. Nitro Burner and getting a 4th base. Holy crap, at the gold. That is pretty ballsy considering that he just kind of lost that battle over here. Didn't do nearly as much damage as he needed to. Basically just killed a cannon and a few probes. And Shadowchrome getting a lot of stalkers. Blink is just about finished. And we're going to see roach speed, range for hydras, burrow, missile attack upgrade, carapace upgrade, and Zerg is getting ready for battle. Is he going to be making some hydras? He is making a few hydras now. Pardon me. Oh, that hurts. Every cough is like a punch in the head. And now Nitro Burner has snuck in here and is going to see that third up and running. Well, if he gets this gold up, if he gets that populated with drones, and hopefully he's going to do a drone transfer like really quick. It doesn't look like he's where are all his drones? Are they all over here? He hasn't made any new drones. Wow, he stopped at 54. Definitely needs to keep making drones. He's going to move these guys over to the gold base, and that's good. He should move probably more than that. I'd take all of them and go over there, because this isn't enough. You definitely want to have at least the optimal number, at least 16 over here on the gold, maybe 18 or 21. But now Shadowchrome's going to move out, and he's got +1 attack and blink. That was an unnecessary blink, but he doesn't have anything else to worry about. So it doesn't matter that it was an unnecessary blink. Now this is a pretty big army here for Nitro Burner. He's 1-1. He's only got 4 hydras. But these sentries all have full power, so that is quite a few force fields, which we should see go down right now. Oh, no, we didn't trap them. Pardon me. And there's the burrow. Overseer comes out in case there's some DTs, which there are not, but we are going to see some Colossus coming out. Robo Bay finishing up there. I would have loved to have seen Shadowchrome trap some of those with force fields. Now's the time. Oh no, he gave up. Wait, look at that concave. Nitro Burner just has a huge concave, and I don't even think those force fields are going to help. +1. Actually, he did. He broke up the concave, so he's going to be okay. And some of these guys are just screwing around, but this is actually very good for Nitro Burner. But more stalkers getting warped in here, and the cannons are going to help. So now Nitro Burner needed to back off. It didn't. So now these guys probably could blink after for a few extra kills, but smart for dude, what are you doing? Smart for Nitro Burner, pulling out when he did. Lost a couple roaches unnecessarily. Shadowchrome does have the Observer though, so these guys aren't getting away with anything, but they are healing, which is good because we have this whole other army. We've got Festers here, which are going to be really good against Blink Stalkers if they are microed well, which, you know, again, we're at the gold level, so it's not always guaranteed that we're going to see good micro, and that's okay because these guys are at the same level, so the game is going to be exciting. Lots of Blink Stalker. Again, Shadowchrome picking a bad place to engage on his ramp because he's allowing his enemy to get a better concave. Sorry about my sound. I have no idea what's going on right there. And here comes the Colossus from the back. Able to get out of the way, and Nitro Burner having to pull out once again. Now, the Zerg does still have a pretty commanding food lead, even though I want to check the units one more time. Shadowchrome has pulled ahead in probe count. He's on 3 bases to 4, one of which is the gold. If I'm picking on something, that's going to be the issue here. Nitro Burner has not made enough drones. He's only decently saturated at 1 base out of 4, and he could have so much money right now if he just brought more drones over here and fully saturated these other bases. Yeah, they're running low, but look at this. He could have, 4 or 5 more drones here and be really pushing it. But now there's 2 Colossus on the field, so we have Colossus and Stalker. We're +1 still. No other upgrades coming out for Shadowcrone. I don't know. See, about the engagements before, Shadowcrone kept pulling back and fighting here. Where he is now is a much better place. If he concaves here and makes his opponent funnel through this narrow area here, he would have won that first battle big time. But instead, he pulled back, gave himself a choke here, and allowed the Zerg to get a huge concave here. Here comes exactly what I was talking about, funneling in through the smaller area, blinking in with the Stalkers, which is not the best idea. Is he blinking back? I can't even tell if he's using blink. Doesn't look like he is blinking very much, if at all, but huge win here for Shadowcrone. Colossus allowed this sit in the back and just roast everything. Again, just what I was talking about with the narrow choke, and now so many Colossus. Shadowcrone has evened out the food count, and now with all these Colossus, Nitro Burner is pretty much in for it. He doesn't have the economy that he should have, and so he's not going to be able to reload as fast as he ought to. He didn't build a macro hatch, which you need to do, especially at this stage when it's going to be tough to keep up with all of your injects. But it looks like he's not doing a terrible job. Although this queen is full of energy. No injects going on here. 4th base coming up for Shadowcrone. 5th base going down for Nitro Burner. But I think this is going to be the March of the Valkyries. This is going to be the final march. Good job hitting the gold base here. And here comes Nitro Burner's. Yeah, you're watching it happen. Everything's getting roasted. Nothing's gonna live. Did Colossus do a friendly splash? Oh my goodness. 1 second. I can't. 1 second. Hopefully that fixes the sound. It was really annoying me. And here comes the final attack. Corruptors are out, but way too late. There's only 6 of them against all of these all these Stalkers. The Colossus can take care of any ground army that comes, and the Stalkers are going to be able to focus down those Corruptors. So unless... Yeah, and again, because of his lack of economy, because of his lack of drone production, Nitro Burner X not able to make the money that he needs to deal with this, because he just can't make the units. He's got all the larvae he needs, probably, but he doesn't have the money to make units. Even though he loses this, he's got this. He could transfer drones over there. He can make more drones. Still needs to make more drones. Like, for instance, here's his main. There's no reason, there's 0 reason whatsoever that at 26 minutes into the game you have any minerals in your main base. You should be completely mined out of your main and your natural, and probably your 3rd at this point. You should be completely mined out of those bases and be on to, as we see here, making these other bases. So, just not enough drones, and basically Shadowcrone's just kind of wasting time. He can go in at any point now and finish this game off. He is maxed. The Zerg is nearly maxed, but he just doesn't have the composition. I don't care what the composition is at this point. The Colossus, unless he has Neural, he does have Neural, so maybe he's going to get in there and steal some Colossus, but I doubt his micro is good enough to do that, because it's really hard with the nerf to Neural Parasite Colossus things. Zerglings are all dead. Corruptors, not enough to make a difference. There's a Neural from the side. A couple, very nice. I like these Neurals, very good Neurals. but again, it's not going to be enough. These Colossus are going to be able to take care of all of the groundlings, and obviously, Brood Lords. Oh yeah, it just needs to wait for a couple of Warpins and the Stalker to kill these guys. Because with that many Colossus, that few Brood Lords, Broodlings aren't even going to get any damage. Like, they didn't do any damage. They did a little bit of damage on this guy. That's not even close to being enough. And there's GG. X sees the futility. And checks out. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Not a bad game, not a bad game. We talked about the macro issues here for Nitro Burner X. I don't really have anything negative to say about Shadowcrone. He probably knew the game was won at this point, so I'm not going to say anything about those probes just hanging out. He actually out macroed his Zerg opponent. And we didn't even get to see any DTs, at least as far as I know, we didn't. So yeah, good job, Shadowcrone. Enjoyed the game. Hope you did too. In the meantime, well, until next time. In the meantime, keep climbing that ladder, y'all. See ya.